My name is Walker Krabakian. I have just gotten into Greek mythology, and I would like to tell you about, one of my favorite myths tonight. I'd like to tell you about one of the stupidest kings out there. A lot of you know him for the famous Midas touch, where, when he touches something, it turns to gold. This was none other than King Midas. He was a friend to Phrygian satyrs. Now, this is the story about the Midas touch. He asked the gods for the ability to, turn things into gold when he touched them. And, he actually turned his daughter to gold when he touched her one time. And so eventually he couldn't even eat anything because, obviously he would have to touch her food to eat, and that would mean turning it to gold. So he had to starve, and eventually he begged the gods to take away his wish. They actually did, and that's the end of that story. But this is the story where he really gets a punishment. It starts with Athena, actually. She made the first flute, and it was a double flute, and she played it, and all of the gods liked it, except Aphrodite and Hera, who kept laughing. Now, she figured out why they laughed, and it's because whenever she blew them, her cheeks puffed up real wide. So she cursed the flute and put it on the ground. Now, Marcasus, a Phrygian satyr, found the flute, and he actually bragged that he could play the music better than Apollo, the god of music. So they had this contest, and if the Phrygian satyr lost, then he would die. And so what happened was they played equally good, and King Midas was one of the judges. Now, he was the only one who said that Marcasus was better than Apollo. And Apollo made him regret this by making him play it upside down. And since he was playing the lyre, he could do it easily. But since Marcasus was playing a flute, he couldn't do it. So Marcasus died, and King Midas didn't get away so easily with Apollo. Apollo told him that ears as stupid as his belonged to a donkey, and he turned his ears into a donkey's ears. So from then on, he wore a long hat to cover up the ears. And only his barbarous knew about this secret, and she could not keep it in. So she dug a hole in the ground, and she whispered into it, "King Midas has donkey's ears." Then she covered the hole, but the thing was that a couple of nearby reeds heard what she said, and every time there was wind, they whispered, "King Midas has donkey's ears." And eventually the secret was out to the world, and King Midas hid in the forest in shame. And that is the story of one of our stupidest kings in Greek mythology ever. Bye.